I tribute this movie to the little girl who lost her life way too soon, close to 30 years ago. This one's for you, Judith Barsi. Hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boopop197. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, it's that time again for another movie review. And this movie review is one of the best Don Bluth films of all time. But sadly, this is one of the movies that features this cute little girl who played Ducky. She had lost her life way too soon before this movie will be released in the year of 1988. And that movie review is The Land Before Time. And yes, my friends, I will tell you this. This is one of my most favorite Don Bluth films of all time, and it's a pretty darn watchable one as well. And it's a good animated film of all time. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here is my movie review of Land Before Time. And I don't have much things to say about the main plot of the story. It's a story about these 5 young dinosaur kids named Littlefoot the Longneck, Sarah the Three-Horn, Ducky the Swimmer, Petrie the Flyer, and Spike the Spiketail, who are going on their most epic adventure of their lives to find a very mysterious land that's full of hope, full of joy, full of happiness, and also they can have all the green food and water that they ever wanted for their lives. So they're heading on their journey to find a great land called the Great Valley. And that's all I could say about the main plot of the story, and I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie called The Land Before Time? I will still say, ladies and dudes, it's a pretty darn watchable film. And it's still a very good film, even to this day. I will say it had a nice, good, fast-paced storyline. It has really good characters, beautiful animation, great voice cast, and also one of the best epic scores that you'll ever heard in your life from our great composer, James Horner. And sadly, ladies and dudes, this is one of the movies that came from this poor late actress, this poor little girl who had never got a chance to see this movie. Well, sadly, just 2 Don Bluth films that she worked on. One is The Land Before Time, the movie that she worked so hard in when she played Ducky, and the other is Anne-Marie from All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's a really sad shame that this poor little girl had never got a chance to see both of those films. And I will tell you that in a moment. So anyway, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of The Land Before Time. I will say for the strongest points for this movie, it has to go to the score. I think James Horner did a fantastic job of making such a beautiful score that we will never forget in movie history. This score is absolutely amazing. It was breathtaking. It was epic. It was so darn emotional. It's powerful, unique, and it'll give you a nice warm feeling to your heart. This is one of the best epic scores that I will never forget in movie history. And I do want to praise James Horner for this movie. This movie score will always blow me away. Big time. So I have nothing else to say about that one. So I will say the score is truly the best, strongest point ever for this good movie. And as for the weakest points in the movie, I will say this movie is a kind of rushy. It has a few rushy moments here and there in the film. Some stuff I can think of. I wish there were a few scenes here and there in the movie that they should have added, and maybe it could be like a 70-minute type of movie and not a movie that's 69 minutes. I wish they should add a little bit more scenes to the film for some scenes here and there. Oh, I do remember there was one scene that was kind of cut off, if you know what I mean. So I have nothing else to say about that. So the weakest point for this movie is a little bit rushy. And now let's head on to the characters of the movie. And I'll go with the three good characters I do enjoy in this film. The first character I want to talk about is Littlefoot's mother. I will say Littlefoot's mother is truly my most favorite movie mother of all time because I really love Littlefoot's mother. She's so kind, so sweet. She's a pure-hearted dinosaur with a long neck. I really love the character development and chemistry between her and her beloved son, Sally, for a short period of time. And yes, I will admit, ladies and dudes, about the death of Littlefoot's mother is truly one of the most saddest movie moments of all time. And after all, she did sacrifice her life to save her son. Because, she really loves her little boy so much, even for a short period of time. So yeah, I do love Littlefoot's mother overall. And the second character I want to talk about is Petrie. Played by this actor. I think I can recognize him in some of the films here and there, but I don't know which ones. But his voice is kind of cool. I really love Petrie. I think Petrie is my most favorite character in the whole entire movie because he's very funny, he's very entertaining. I really love his dialogue here and there. And I think the best character development and chemistry that happened in this movie is really Ducky and Petrie. I think Ducky and Petrie had the best character development and chemistry I have ever seen in this whole entire movie. A swimmer who got along with a cute little flyer. And their friendship is really pure and strong. And yeah, for the later on sequels, their friendship is still hanging strong even to this day. So I really like that character development and chemistry between a cute little flyer and a cute little swimmer. That's all I could say about Petrie, and now let's head on to the last and final character I want to talk about in this movie is Ducky, played by the poor, late, sweet Judith Barsi, if I got her name right. I really love Ducky. She's a really cute, interesting character, and after all, she became the first dinosaur who was born at the beginning of the film. I mean, Ducky is such a sweetheart. I really love her storyline. I love her personality. I love her attitude. She's the most sweetest one in the whole entire group. And she did her best to become a good big sister to her little brother, Spike Tail, dinosaur Spike. Well, she gave that cute dinosaur Spike because Spike is a spike tail, if you guys get the picture. Hard for me to say, so darn tear-jerking. But yeah, ladies and dudes, I will tell you this is very true, and it happened over 30 years ago, that this poor little girl's life had cut very, very short. Because it's a really sad shame that this poor little girl had never got a chance to get to see this movie. One of the first movies that she worked so hard in. So it's been close to 30 years ago. This poor little girl got killed by her father. Her father had murdered her and her mother at the very same house that they live in. All I know is that father of hers he killed her when she was sleeping. And Sally, her mother got killed by Daddy as well. And the saddest part is she was only 10 years old when it happened. And it's a sad shame that she lost her life way too soon. Yeah. It's really hard for me to say, but yes, this is true life and a very sad, tragic story. So, it's really hard for me to say, so let's all pray for her, ladies and dudes. Let's just pray for this little girl who is a very good actress. She's a really cute little girl, and we need to have a nice prayer for her. Amen. So yeah, I don't have much things to say, so let's go on and tell you about my final thoughts of The Land Before Time. Overall, The Land Before Time is one of the best Don Bluth films of all time, with a great storyline, great characters, great voice acting, beautiful animation, and a wonderful score. And this is one of the best Don Bluth films that we will never forget in movie history. And I tribute this movie review to Judith Barsi, the little girl who had worked so hard to play a good character in a good Don Bluth film. So I tribute this for her in her memory. And so for my rating for this movie, I give it a 9 out of 10. And that's my whole entire movie review of Land Before Time. And join me next time on movie review number 99, A Big Fish. Yeah, I can't wait to do this one. I've been waiting for this for quite a while, if you know what I mean. So, that's my whole entire movie review for today. And I'll see you guys later. And sayonara.